What if I told you that a seemingly kind gesture, a present given with the best intentions, could actually unravel your fortune, fracture your closest bonds, and usher misfortune right into your doorstep? Yes, you heard that right. Even the most innocent-looking gift can harbor hidden dangers, unseen forces that can impact your life in ways you never imagined. In the profound teachings of Buddhism, it is believed that certain gifts act as conduits for negative energy, capable of disturbing your inner peace and material well-being. Today, we will reveal 8 types of gifts that, according to ancient wisdom, should never cross your threshold. And we'll delve into the astonishing reasons why these seemingly harmless items can attract ill fortune. Stay with me until the very end, because the final gift on this list is, without a doubt, the most perilous. Chances are, you might have already welcomed it into your life, completely unaware of the potential cost. Let's embark on this enlightening journey together. Before we delve deeper, if you're new to our community of mindful souls, please take a moment to show your support. Give this video a thumbs up, become a part of our growing family by subscribing, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Number 8. Sharp instruments, knives, scissors, blades. Often, gifting sharp objects like knives, scissors, or blades is perceived as a practical and considerate gesture. Yet, these items carry a symbolic weight, a hidden significance that can lead to unintended consequences. In numerous cultures and spiritual traditions, especially within Buddhism, sharp objects are seen as potent symbols of separation and disharmony. When you accept such a gift, it is said to symbolically sever the connection, the harmonious thread, between you and the giver. This disruption can manifest in various subtle and not so subtle ways, ranging from minor disagreements to significant rifts in your relationship. While the giver's intention might be genuinely kind, the very act of presenting something so intrinsically sharp can unintentionally introduce friction, eroding the concord you once shared. From a Buddhist perspective, relationships are not isolated events, but integral parts of the vast interconnected web of existence. Every connection pulsates with an energy flow, and sharp objects, in this context, act as an interruption to this flow. They embody a force of cutting, not just physically, but also energetically, and these ripples can extend outwards into your life. Even if you consider yourself a skeptic, someone who doesn't readily embrace spiritual symbolism, you might have observed instances of conflict emerging shortly after receiving such a gift. While it might seem like mere coincidence, energy imbalances of this nature are often subtle and easily overlooked in our daily rush. Many ancient traditions offer a way to mitigate the potential negativity of sharp gifts, by immediately offering the giver a small coin in return. This tiny exchange transforms the act into a symbolic purchase, effectively sidestepping the negative implications associated with receiving the item purely as a gift. But that's not all there is to it. Sharp objects don't just symbolize relational turbulence, they can also metaphorically cut into other vital areas of your life, such as your financial stability or your spiritual well-being. The sharp energy embodied by these gifts can create an invisible barrier, an obstacle in your life's path, making it harder to maintain equilibrium and inner balance. For instance, you might find yourself facing unexpected financial drains, workplace conflicts suddenly flaring up, or even an inexplicable sense of unease settling in your home. It's not that the object itself is inherently malevolent, but the energy it represents, if left unaddressed, can become disruptive. This underscores the importance of cultivating mindfulness regarding the items we allow into our personal space and their potential influence on our mental and spiritual harmony. So, if sharp objects can symbolize discord, what about gifts that represent emptiness? Now I'm going to tell you the most important thing. As we move to number 7, empty wallets or purses, you'll discover why even the most generous gesture can unknowingly usher in the energy of lack into your life, potentially hindering your path to prosperity and success. 7. Empty wallets or purses. A wallet or purse is frequently chosen as a thoughtful gift, often meant to symbolize wishes for good fortune and financial prosperity for the recipient. However, when presented empty, devoid of any contents, it takes on a completely different and less auspicious meaning. In numerous traditions, including those deeply influenced by Buddhist wisdom, an empty wallet or purse is imbued with symbolism of lack, scarcity, and potential financial hardship. This interpretation is rooted in the profound understanding that energy tends to flow in the direction of our intentions. By gifting or receiving an empty wallet, the very intention of abundance, of plenty, is absent, leaving a void. This void can then subtly manifest as stagnation or even setbacks in the recipient's financial life. The act of gifting an empty wallet might appear harmless on the surface, but it subtly programs the subconscious mind to associate the very concept of finances with emptiness. A wallet is far more than just a practical accessory. It is, in essence, a vessel designed to hold and attract wealth. When it's presented as empty, it unconsciously sets a tone, a subtle expectation for a future characterized by lack. This deeply ingrained belief is precisely why many cultures and traditions emphasize the importance of including a small token, a single coin, a small bill, inside the wallet before gifting it. This simple yet powerful practice ensures that the energy of prosperity is present right from the outset, allowing the recipient to associate the gift with abundance rather than its opposite, scarcity. Such seemingly minor yet deeply meaningful gestures are integral to the broader spiritual principle of striving for balance and harmony in all facets of our existence. The potential negative repercussions of receiving an empty wallet are often not immediately apparent, but they can subtly unfold over time. You might find yourself facing unexpected difficulties in attracting new opportunities, or experiencing a pervasive feeling that your financial progress is somehow blocked or stalled. While it is easy to dismiss these occurrences as mere coincidences, spiritual teachings underscore the profound influence of the objects we surround ourselves with, and the potent symbolism they carry, on the very fabric of our lives. An empty wallet, though seemingly insignificant in itself, can carry the subtle yet powerful energy of limitation, which in turn can profoundly affect your mindset, your decisions, and ultimately, your financial reality. To effectively counteract this potential negativity, it's essential to either politely decline such gifts if possible, or, if you do receive one, immediately fill it with some form of money upon receiving it. This act of filling it immediately resets the energetic intention, shifting it from lack to abundance. As we've just explored, even gifts given with the kindest intentions can inadvertently carry unintended energies that disrupt the natural flow of abundance in our lives. But what happens when a gift carries not just symbolic energy, but also the very personal energy, the history, and even the struggles of another individual? In the upcoming section, we will delve into number 6, used clothing. Watch to the end and you'll find out the most important thing. We'll explore how accepting such items might unknowingly burden you with the unseen weight of their past. 6. Used clothing. While receiving clothing as a gift is often a thoughtful and appreciated gesture, receiving used or secondhand clothing is viewed with caution in many cultures, particularly within the framework of Buddhist teachings. Clothing is not merely a practical necessity for covering the body, it's also considered an extension of one's personal identity and energetic field. When you receive used clothing, it is believed to carry within its fibers the energetic imprint, the emotions, experiences, and even life events, of the previous owner. Whether it's a hand-me-down from a family member or an item discovered in a thrift store, the energy embedded within the fabric can unconsciously transfer to the new wearer, potentially influencing their personal energy and spiritual equilibrium. This is especially pertinent if the previous owner experienced periods of emotional turmoil, health challenges, or financial difficulties. These energies, it's believed, can linger within the clothing, creating an invisible burden for the new wearer. From a Buddhist perspective, the pursuit of clarity and purity in both body and mind is paramount. Used clothing, being a repository of someone else's past, could potentially interfere with this purity by carrying unresolved emotions or negative energetic imprints. Even if the previous owner has long since moved on from their struggles, the item itself may still retain traces of these energies. This is why many spiritual traditions issue warnings against accepting used clothing, as it can, in subtle yet profound ways, impact one's personal energetic field. Moreover, clothing is not just a functional item, it holds symbolic value, representing our relationship with ourselves and the world around us. Wearing someone else's clothing can, therefore, blur the boundaries between your own personal identity and the energetic imprint of the previous owner, potentially creating a sense of imbalance or even confusion. Another crucial aspect to consider is the emotional connection associated with used clothing. If the clothing was once worn by someone who has passed away, suffered a personal tragedy, or endured a period of significant hardship, this energy can remain attached to the fabric. Accepting such clothing could inadvertently invite these same types of experiences or emotions into your own life, whether consciously or unconsciously. The subconscious mind is remarkably receptive to subtle energies and symbolism, and something as seemingly simple as a sweater or a pair of shoes can unknowingly draw these energies into your personal space. In Buddhist teachings, mindfulness of what we allow into our environment is paramount, as everything around us has a tangible impact on our mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. However, it's important to note that not all used clothing is inherently negative, and context is key. Sometimes, second-hand clothing can carry positive energy, particularly if it was given with genuine love and care, or if it has been ritually cleansed or blessed. But the general principle remains: exercise caution when it comes to used items, especially when they originate from someone you don't know well, or when you experience an inexplicable sense of unease or hesitation about the item itself. By thoughtfully declining such gifts when appropriate, you are actively protecting yourself from inadvertently carrying the emotional and spiritual baggage of others. This principle extends beyond clothing to encompass other items that carry personal histories. So, what about gifts that carry an even deeper spiritual weight, imbued with someone's specific intentions or past actions? The important thing is ahead. Let's move on to number 5, religious or spiritual artifacts, and delve into why accepting them might have a significant impact on your own spiritual path. 5. Religious or spiritual artifacts. Receiving religious or spiritual artifacts as gifts can initially seem like a profoundly meaningful and considerate gesture, particularly if the giver is well-intentioned and shares your spiritual inclinations. However, such items often carry a substantial amount of spiritual energy and symbolism, which may not always harmoniously align with your personal beliefs or your current spiritual state. Many religions and spiritual traditions, including Buddhism, place great emphasis on the sanctity of sacred objects. These artifacts are often considered to be imbued with powerful, concentrated spiritual energy. When you accept a religious or spiritual item without fully comprehending or respecting its specific purpose, you run the risk of inviting confusion, energetic imbalance, or even unwanted energies into your life. From a Buddhist perspective, sacred objects serve as invaluable tools to aid in spiritual development. Examples include statues of deities, prayer beads, or specific symbolic representations. These objects hold profound layers of meaning and are typically utilized with deep reverence, focused intention, and a thorough understanding of their significance. When someone gifts you such an artifact, the item inherently carries their own unique spiritual energy, personal intentions, and belief system. If these energies and beliefs don't resonate or align with your own spiritual path, it can potentially create internal conflict or disrupt the flow of your own spiritual journey. For example, if you receive a Buddhist statue as a gift from someone who practices a different religion, the energetic imprint it carries might clash with your own spiritual understanding, potentially causing confusion and hindering your connection to your own faith and practices. Furthermore, certain spiritual artifacts can be deeply personal and intimately connected to an individual's spiritual practice. A set of prayer beads, for instance, often holds within it the personal prayers, intentions, and accumulated spiritual growth of its previous owner. Accepting such an item without the necessary understanding of its inherent power and sacredness can inadvertently lead to spiritual imbalance. It's essential to approach these types of gifts with the utmost respect and reverence, recognizing that they are far more than mere decorative objects. They are, in essence, vessels of concentrated spiritual energy. In some instances, receiving these items without the appropriate connection, understanding, or spiritual preparation can inadvertently create a sense of spiritual disorientation or unease. This is why it is often advised to politely decline such gifts, or, if you do accept them, to ensure that you are fully aligned with the energy and intentions they carry, and are prepared to honor their sacred nature. The crucial takeaway here is that accepting religious or spiritual artifacts is not simply about receiving a material gift, it's fundamentally about respecting the energy and the rich traditions they represent. If you find yourself uncertain about the item, its significance, or its potential impact, it's vital to take the time to carefully evaluate whether it truly resonates with your current spiritual path and whether it might introduce any unwanted or conflicting energies into your life. Gifts of this nature can have a lasting and profound effect on your spiritual journey, either significantly enriching your practice or, conversely, causing subtle yet persistent disturbances. So, if religious artifacts possess the potential to disrupt your spiritual path, could other, seemingly more mundane, personal gifts carry a similar kind of weight? Let's now turn our attention to number 4, old mirrors, and explore why these reflective surfaces can carry a surprisingly heavy spiritual burden. 4. Old mirrors. Mirrors have long been revered as potent tools in diverse spiritual and cultural practices across the globe, frequently symbolizing reflection, truth, and the profound process of self-awareness. However, receiving an old or second-hand mirror as a gift is viewed with caution in numerous spiritual traditions, including within the teachings of Buddhism. Mirrors possess a unique ability to reflect not only our physical image but also our subtle energy, our fleeting thoughts, and our deeply felt emotions. When you accept an old mirror into your space, it is believed to carry within its reflective surface the residual energy of all those who have gazed into it before. The reflected imprints of their past experiences, their innermost thoughts, and even their prevailing emotional states could be inadvertently transferred to you, the new owner. These unseen energies can subtly attach themselves to the mirror, transforming it into something more than just a simple reflective surface. Its accumulated energy can, in turn, shape your own perceptions, influencing your mood, your overall well-being, and even your outlook on life. Buddhism teaches the fundamental principle that everything in our environment is interconnected, forming a vast web of interdependence. This interconnectedness extends to the inanimate objects we surround ourselves with, including the mirrors we choose to keep in our homes. Mirrors, in particular, are regarded as powerful energetic tools, holding the potential to significantly impact not only our self-image but also our spiritual trajectory. A mirror intentionally placed in the home is often used to amplify light, to promote mental clarity, and to foster a sense of balance and harmony within the living space. However, an old mirror, one imbued with a history, a past, can inadvertently introduce energies that may not align with your current state of mind, your spiritual aspirations, or your desired direction of personal growth. Just as mirrors faithfully reflect the external world back to us, they also possess the capacity to reflect our internal landscape, magnifying our thoughts, intensifying our emotions, and even amplifying our subconscious patterns. An old mirror may unknowingly amplify negativity or unresolved issues from the past, making it more challenging to cultivate inner clarity, maintain peace of mind, and see ourselves with genuine compassion. The effect of an old mirror is often subtle, operating beneath the surface of conscious awareness, yet its influence can be surprisingly powerful. In certain instances, it can reflect past traumas or the unresolved emotional baggage of those who previously owned it. If the mirror once resided in a space where arguments frequently erupted, where sadness lingered heavily, or where confusion reigned, it could be carrying the residual energetic imprint of those very emotions. Accepting such an item as a gift means you are, in essence, unknowingly inviting that accumulated energy into your personal space. This can disrupt your sense of inner balance, cloud your mental clarity, and inadvertently prevent you from seeing your true self with undistorted perception. That's why it's often advised to exercise caution and avoid accepting secondhand mirrors, or, if you feel compelled to accept one, to ritually cleanse it spiritually before bringing it into your home. Cleansing rituals, such as the burning of sage or the use of salt water, can be employed to help reset the energetic field of the mirror, effectively removing any lingering negativity and allowing you to utilize it for your own personal reflection and spiritual growth. Furthermore, mirrors are considered sacred objects in many traditions because they offer a glimpse into the true nature of reality. In Buddhism, the mirror is frequently used as a powerful symbol of wisdom and the ability to see beyond illusions, to perceive the world as it truly is, free from distortions. When an old mirror is gifted, it may be subtly attached to certain illusions, ingrained misunderstandings, or outdated perspectives that no longer serve your evolving spiritual path. This is why receiving an old mirror can be viewed as potentially detrimental to your personal and spiritual journey. The energy embedded within the mirror could subtly cloud your perception, making it more difficult to maintain the clarity of mind and focused intention needed to move forward authentically and purposefully. As we transition from mirrors that reflect the past, let's now explore number 3, clocks and watches, and delve into how these ubiquitous timepieces can subtly influence your perception of time itself and your overall life energy. 3. Clocks and watches. Clocks and watches are profoundly symbolic objects, deeply intertwined with our perception of time and the way it governs the rhythms of our lives. They serve as constant reminders of the relentless passage of time, the inherent limitations we face within its linear flow, and the fleeting opportunities we must seize before they vanish. When gifted to someone, however, these seemingly innocuous timepieces can carry a heavier burden than simply their utilitarian function of keeping time. In numerous cultures, including within the framework of Buddhist teachings, clocks and watches are viewed with a degree of caution, a subtle awareness of their potential energetic influence. This stems from the understanding that time itself is a finite resource, and the very energy of time, when given as a gift, can subtly shape your life's trajectory in unforeseen ways. It can carry the energetic imprint of urgency, the subtle undercurrent of stress, or even the underlying fear of running out of time altogether. If someone gifts you a clock or watch, especially if it's an older timepiece imbued with a history, the gift may not solely be about the practical measurement of time. It could represent an unconscious attachment to past moments, lingering regrets, or the subtle, unspoken pressure to rush through life, rather than savoring each moment as it unfolds. The energy of a clock or watch is deeply linked to your personal relationship with time, how you perceive it, how you manage it, and how it influences your daily experience. Buddhism emphasizes the paramount importance of being fully present in each unfolding moment and cultivating mindfulness, a state of awakened awareness in the here and now. However, receiving a clock or watch as a gift can inadvertently serve as a constant reminder of deadlines, rigid schedules, and the pervasive feeling of constantly needing to catch up, to keep pace with the relentless march of time. This can subtly interfere with your ability to remain grounded in the present moment, fostering an underlying sense of anxiety, a subtle unease that pervades your daily experience. Old clocks, in particular, can carry the energetic imprint of a past owner's relationship with time, whether it was characterized by chronic stress, a constant sense of hurry, or a deep-seated lack of satisfaction with how time was being spent. These accumulated energies can become subtly embedded within the item, unconsciously influencing your own perception of time and potentially leading to feelings of urgency, impatience, or a persistent sense of being overwhelmed by the demands of time. Moreover, the act of gifting someone a clock can, on a subconscious level, signify a desire to subtly influence their future direction. Clocks are inherently reminders that time waits for no one, and in this sense, gifting one can carry the unspoken message of running out of time or not having enough of it to accomplish all that needs to be done. This can unknowingly cause the recipient to become fixated on the concept of time, whether it manifests as a constant, nagging awareness of how little time they have remaining in the day, or the relentless pressure to achieve certain predetermined goals within a rigid time frame. From a spiritual perspective, this subtle disruption of the natural flow of time, this constant preoccupation with past and future, acts as a distraction from the present moment, which is, in Buddhist teachings, the very locus of true peace, clarity, and profound insight. Accepting such a gift may inadvertently pull you away from the practice of mindfulness, making it more challenging to appreciate the intrinsic beauty and inherent richness of the present moment, and instead, fostering a preoccupation with what has already passed or what is yet to come. If you've ever received a clock or watch as a gift and subsequently experienced a subtle sense of unease, a feeling of pressure, or an inexplicable anxiety related to time, it may be, at least in part, due to the subtle spiritual energy it carries. It's important to recognize that time itself is often considered an illusion in many spiritual traditions, including Buddhism, and that the gift of time-related objects, while seemingly practical, can subtly cloud your perception of life's deeper purpose and true essence. To effectively counteract this potential energetic influence, it's essential to cultivate a mindful approach to the clock or watch, consciously choosing not to allow it to become a symbol of limitation, stress, or the relentless pressure of time. But what happens when the gift itself is something even more mundane, something seemingly less symbolic, like number 2, broken items? How can accepting something that is already in disrepair, damaged, or incomplete, affect your personal energy and overall well-being? Let's move on to explore this intriguing question next. 2. Broken items. One of the most universally recognized items to avoid accepting as a gift is something that is visibly broken, damaged, or in a state of disrepair. In Buddhism, as well as in numerous other spiritual traditions across the globe, broken objects are often considered to carry negative energy, frequently symbolizing a state of brokenness, incompleteness, or unresolved issues. Whether it's a cracked vase, a broken lamp, a chipped plate, or any other item that has lost its wholeness, these objects are believed to represent a disruption in the smooth and harmonious flow of energy. Accepting broken items as gifts can unknowingly invite these subtle yet pervasive and negative energies into your life. When an item is broken, it is perceived as incomplete, lacking its original wholeness and intended functionality. This symbolic incompleteness might subtly transfer this very feeling into your own life, leaving you with an underlying sense of dissatisfaction, a feeling of lacking wholeness in some area, or an unconscious perception of things being somehow not quite right. Broken items are potent symbols of something that is no longer functioning as it was originally intended to, whether that's a physical object that has lost its functionality, or metaphorically, an aspect of one's life that is out of alignment or in need of repair. In the same way, accepting such an item might subtly indicate to your subconscious mind that something in your own life is also out of alignment, fractured, or requiring attention and healing. From a spiritual perspective, the very act of accepting broken things into your space can unconsciously send a message to the universe that you are accepting imperfection, dysfunction, and even negativity as acceptable norms. Over time, this subtle energetic alignment can subtly manifest in your own life, where you may begin to experience breakdowns in various areas, encounter unexpected delays, or feel as though you are unable to move forward smoothly and effortlessly, mirroring the broken item's inability to perform its intended purpose seamlessly. Another significant reason why accepting broken items can be energetically detrimental is that it can subtly foster a mindset of scarcity and lack. When we willingly accept broken things, we may subconsciously begin to attract more brokenness, more incompleteness, more things in disrepair into our lives. The underlying principle is that accepting damaged or incomplete gifts can subtly reflect our own internal acceptance of imperfection, limitation, or a sense of not enough. From the perspective of the law of attraction, broken items can energetically reflect a state of attracting more negativity, more challenges, and more situations that are somehow not quite right. It's vitally important to cultivate an environment, both internally and externally, where everything serves a positive purpose, resonates with positive energy, and contributes to a sense of wholeness, rather than surrounding ourselves with items that constantly remind us of what's not whole, what's not functioning properly, or what's broken. So, if broken items are clearly not a good choice for gifts, how about the most common item we hold dear, the ubiquitous gift that most people readily accept, but perhaps unknowingly shouldn't receive as a gift? Let's now turn our attention to number 1, cash or money, and explore why accepting it as a gift might carry unexpected risks and subtle energetic implications. 1. Cash or money. Cash or money is undeniably one of the most commonly given gifts, especially during festive occasions, holidays, and celebratory events. While it may initially seem like an undeniably practical and generously intended gesture, receiving money as a gift, surprisingly, carries with it a significant spiritual burden, a subtle energetic weight that is often overlooked. In Buddhist teachings, money is viewed as far more than just a physical medium of exchange, a neutral tool for transactions. It is also considered a potent symbol of the very energy you attract into your life, a reflection of your energetic alignment with abundance and prosperity. Accepting money from others as a gift can, in certain circumstances, create a subtle imbalance in the energetic exchange between the giver and the receiver. When you receive money as a gift, particularly from someone who may be grappling with their own financial struggles, harboring negative intentions, or unconsciously projecting their own anxieties onto the gift, it can carry their energetic imprint along with it, potentially leading to an unintentional exchange of their challenges and financial blockages. Buddhism profoundly teaches that true wealth is not merely about the accumulation of material possessions or the size of one's bank account. Rather, it's fundamentally about cultivating an abundant mindset, a deep sense of inner contentment, and a balanced, harmonious approach to all aspects of life. When money is given as a gift, particularly if the energetic dynamics are not consciously considered, it can inadvertently disrupt this delicate balance. The giver of the money, whether consciously or unconsciously, may be carrying their own set of fears, stresses, or anxieties deeply related to money, anxieties about scarcity, anxieties about loss, or anxieties about the very nature of financial security. These subtle energetic imprints can be subtly transferred into the cash you receive, like an unseen energetic current flowing from giver to receiver. This energetic transfer can, in turn, result in subtle, often unconscious feelings of insecurity, lack, or financial unease subtly creeping into your own life, even if you were previously feeling financially stable and secure. If the giver, in their own life, maintains an unhealthy relationship with money, whether it manifests as an obsessive preoccupation with accumulating wealth, a chronic state of stress and anxiety over financial struggles, or an unhealthy attachment to material possessions, those very energies, those subtle vibrations, can subtly enter your life through the seemingly innocuous act of receiving gifted money and disrupt your inner peace, your sense of financial harmony, and your overall energetic equilibrium. This is precisely why many spiritual practices, including certain interpretations within Buddhism, subtly discourage the unmindful acceptance of money as a gift, as it can, in subtle yet profound ways, carry the energetic vibrations of the giver's current financial state, whether those vibrations are predominantly positive, neutral, or negative. From a deeper spiritual perspective, money is viewed as a powerful reflection of your own core values, your underlying intentions, and your prevailing energetic state. Accepting money without being consciously mindful of the energetic currents attached to it can subtly create unwanted energetic attachments, unconscious dependencies, or subtle shifts in your energetic alignment. Money, when given with pure, selfless intentions, with genuine love and generosity, can be a beautiful and supportive gift, one that genuinely fosters prosperity and overall well-being. However, when money is given out of a sense of obligation, a feeling of guilt, a desire for control, or with unspoken expectations attached, it can, paradoxically, have a subtly draining effect on both the giver and the receiver. For this reason, it's profoundly important to approach the acceptance of money gifts with discernment, with conscious awareness, and with a sensitivity to the underlying energetic dynamics at play. If the intentions behind the gift are not transparent, if they feel in any way misaligned with your own core values, or if you sense an underlying energetic disharmony, it is often wiser, from a spiritual perspective, to politely and graciously refuse such gifts in order to proactively maintain your own energetic harmony, your inner peace, and your overall sense of well-being. So, what, then, is the most beneficial way to both receive and give gifts in a way that cultivates positive energy, fosters genuine connection, and actively attracts abundance into our lives? Perhaps it's time to fundamentally rethink how we approach all types of gifts, from tangible material items to the more subtle realm of emotional and energetic exchanges. To genuinely protect your own energy and cultivate a life of balance, harmony, and well-being, it's absolutely essential to become increasingly mindful of the gifts you choose to accept into your life. Broken items, old mirrors, secondhand clothing, and even money given without conscious awareness can all potentially carry unwanted energies that subtly disrupt your spiritual equilibrium and overall well-being. Consciously choose to surround yourself with gifts that genuinely align with your deepest values, resonate with positivity, and actively contribute to bringing more light, joy, and genuine abundance into your life. If this exploration of mindful gifting has resonated with you, has offered you valuable insights, or has in any way helped to illuminate your path, please take a moment to show your support. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel to become part of our growing mindful community, and share your valuable thoughts and reflections in the comments section below. May you continue to cultivate mindfulness in all aspects of your life, and may you attract only the most uplifting, harmonious, and genuinely beneficial energy into your journey.